Talking loud in the nighttime air. Voices clash, we get down and care. Opinions flare like they matter so. But who's right, we'll never know. Microphones like weapons drawn. Swagger in the twilight dawn. Each word iron, each thought steel. To be heard is the final deal. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Voice to voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Bow hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord side. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Raise your voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Battle hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord's tide. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. We say. We say. We say. Voice we say. Voice we say.
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking tip off.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim. This is Tyler, and it is Wednesday, Hump Day. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Hope everyone's had a fantastic day so far. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below, like us, share us, all that fun stuff. And thank you for clicking on that little button to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that whole thing that was happening in Richmond, BC. We talked about this a couple of months ago. But a court, I guess, injunction or court letter has basically paved the way for people to lose their houses under Aboriginal unceded territory. So yeah, so that's fantastic news that a bunch of people are basically losing their houses. Businesses are going to lose their businesses and everything else. So
About that sounds good, but okay.
yeah, so we'll go over that one. Also, I guess this is kind of a BC focused episode. The Conservatives out there are hemorrhaging members now because the Conservative leader out there isn't no bueno. He's not a good guy. Yeah, you capiche? He's not a good guy. John Rustad is just survived getting voted out only because the party board can't tell him to leave. So we'll go into that a little bit more. There was another thing that I wanted to talk about. My brain don't work too good A little old. A little
A little
old.
bit. A little bit.
Flip. Oh, right. There's accusations that CPC members are going to be jumping ship. I don't know. I've heard rumors, but we will talk about that. But before we do,
How can we dance when our earth is turning?
they don't produce anything. They don't do anything.
How do we sleep when our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning? Gay!
That was the wrong one.
I feel like it wasn't.
I always like this one. I'm a fan of this one.
I know what you're gonna do. Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's get down to business. Down to business. I hate Windows. Hate it.
So you love it. Got it.
I want to go back to Linux. I want my penguin back. I can't do it. All right, so let's start with this. This is from the Post Millennial. Courts hand Canadian Native tribe. What?
Don't think I don't know what you did. Just because you mute it doesn't mean I can't see your mouth go. I know what you're doing. Thank you for muting, though.
I know there's some people that I hear with microphones, like they don't have it gated. They don't have like any, they don't put any like filters on their microphone. So it's just raw. You hear lip smacking, you hear breathing, you hear everything.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not an ASMR episode.
No, it is not. Put a fucking gate on, please. At least a gate.
Wait, what? Are you serious? This is like way off topic, though. Oh my God.
All right, but let's start with this. So Canadian courts hand Native tribe titles to hundreds of private homes. Homeowners in Richmond, BC, Canada, are being told to attend a city meeting next week because apparently their property titles might not mean what they thought they did. They may no longer own their property after a court ruling. So remember, we had talked about this, that a bunch of land in Richmond was unceded and they settled it. Yeah. So the meeting set for October 28th follows a British Columbia Supreme Court ruling that gave the Cowichan tribe Aboriginal title to about 7.5 square kilometers of land on Lulu Island, an area that includes private homes, farms, golf courses, and event port or even port facilities. The August decision said the nation had exclusive occupational land before 1846, meaning Crown issued titles were unjustifiable infringements. This means that land people and businesses have legally owned for decades is now technically under Aboriginal title. This calls the ownership of land people purchased legally into question. Richmond Mayor Malcolm Brodie said the city hand-delivered about 125 notices to residents and is hosting the meeting to help them understand what's going on. Is to make sure landowners are fully aware of the court's decision, how we got here, and where things go from here. Brodie told CBC News, Brodie said he's worried the ruling could wreck the entire property system that underpins ownership in the province. Yes. This was the big concern.
Yeah.
What does this do for people that have property in this region? Like, I'm genuinely asking this question. Are those people now out? Is the government, is the tribe just going to go in? But it's like, they make these claims like, oh, my great ancestor fished here one time, but I don't know. I don't know when, but I'm sure my great auntie did fish something.
Something came out of the water. I don't know. Well, okay. So what I think, like, if anything should happen, like if this is what they're deciding to rule, then I feel that the people who purchased the land purchased it legally in their right, for one.
Legally.
So yes, for whatever they had paid the government for this land, then the government should then pay it to the tribe.
Well, but they don't. It's not like we buy the land from the government.
Well, whoever, like, wherever the money went, then that money should then, I would assume, be put towards or given to the tribe that now owns the land.
I think this is a terrible, terrible idea.
Because
This
you can't.
will destroy. This is the one thing that separates democracies from feudalism, property rights.
I hate that word already. Yeah, but they can't, like, what I'm concerned about is that they're going to either tell the people you're out and they lose all the money that they put into it. Two, they tell the people, okay, well, you can stay, but then you got to pay these people. Okay, but I paid you. You know what I mean?
My property. So what? I now being evicted from my own freaking home? But how reverse with what? So I see Nokian. Hello, nice to see you. Nice to see you. But my question is, I owned this. I bought this land. I had an agreement with someone else. And now what? Is the contract that I have with the bank null and void? And do the Aboriginals now what? Take the place of the bank? They're not a bank. They all they do is drink Listerine and OV.
Oh, geez. But I mean, the thing is, if they take it over, okay, let's say there was a ruling that ruled that I own all the land in the town that we live in. Okay. Well, so what does that mean for me then? Like,
I don't give
so
a
what
fuck
the
about
people
you.
No. I'm just saying. Like, does that mean that these people are just gonna live on my land and I get nothing from it? I just know that it's mine, and going forward, if they sell, the money comes to me. Like, it would be good to know what exactly this means for the people. It'd be nice to know what happened in that meeting to see what's going to happen to the land owners.
This is absolutely destructive. This is the end of property rights in Canada. This is 100%. No, I don't care about, well, what about me as this now landowner? Guess what? You know what? Maybe I just don't care. Maybe I don't care. Are you kidding me? I made an agreement with a fucking bank, legitimate. Here's the documentations as much as humanly possible. And you guys are going to go back nearly 200 fucking years? You're going to go back 200 years.
Feisty.
Yeah.
I do get it, though.
The reason why I'm so feisty is this absolutely destroys Canada. That's what this does. It removes property rights. Now the government can use, the native tribes operated all through, the Blackfoot Indians operated all in like Calgary and in the, oh God, what the fuck's that stupid region called? The Valley, Deadman or whatever, the Badlands, like in the Badlands and all that type of crap. Okay, so what? Do they now get just de facto claim of all of Calgary? And who owns that? Is the government, because government owns native land? Is this I think this is where the government comes in and absolutely removes, guts property rights. Because if the government owns native land, it's not like the band owns it. The crown, the government owns that land and they give it to the natives. That is an absolute destruction of property rights. That ends Canada. This ends Canada.
I mean, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from, and your thought process there, 100%. I mean, the thing is, like, it's I don't know. It's one of those things, like devil's advocate, like, well, what's on this side, what's on that side, but it's. I can't imagine if someone came in and said, hey, by the way, so-and-so owns your land now. But Okay, cool. And
Maybe it's just like,
but
hey, pay me out and I'm gone. Pay me out my contract. The band owes me money. My government owes me my money. And you know what I would do? Leave. I would actually leave Canada. I would cut me my check for my property that I owned, since I now de facto do not. Cut me my check and I'm out of here.
oh, you mean like if you were the one that owned the land,
No,
not if you were the
in
property
our
owner.
if our house suddenly had a ruling that some tribe 250 years ago walked through here, no, I would say, okay, government, give me your monopoly money, give me your carny bucks, carny cash. I'm out of here. I'll go move to the States. I'll move somewhere that has property rights, enshrined property rights. Remember, I was talking about how in our charter we don't have property rights. Property rights are not protected under the charter.
Huh.
Yeah. So this is why I'm a little fired up, because now de facto, the government can just intentionally try to side with these tribes and like, well, did you guys operate here? You know, I hear there's a lot of, Delta has a lot of real rich property to grow. Are you sure you guys weren't working in that area to take parts of a port?
I mean, I could, yeah, I could see that, especially if, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that the conspiracy of the government wanting everyone to live in 15-minute cities is actual truth. I mean, that would be a good way to get people out of the rural areas, right?
I don't know what that would do.
Well, if they said that, okay, this is so and so's land.
Well, I don't know how that would trigger that. It's like, what, natives don't own everything outside the city? Well, that happened in Winnipeg. Métis owns downtown Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Well, yeah. So
I know, I find it super strange. Like, even by my work, there's that one gas station that's technically Aboriginal land. I'm like, how? Like, I don't get it.
Exactly. This destroys property rights within Canada. Canada's over. Like, if this ruling gets upheld, and this already went through the BC Supreme Court, if this holds, Canada, as we know it, is dead. It is dead. You don't own your property. Just like in China, you sign a 99-year lease, and that's what those leases are in downtown Winnipeg.
Ooh.
It's a 99-year lease.
How is that even possible?
What do you mean how? They just sign it over and you never own it. It's not like lease to own. It's just you lease it from the government. Feudalism is coming roaring back into this country.
Wow.
This absolutely will destroy Canada if this is upheld. 125 people, businesses, homes gone. Well, I guess you just die when you. So Nokian asks, how do you renew that lease? You don't. You're dead. Someone else does.
I literally don't even know what to say right now.
This
like that's kind of scary.
Yes. The only reason why capitalism works is because property rights. Without property rights, capitalism dies. The idea of uplifting people striving, doing their best, and making a comfortable living for themselves, this will absolutely gut this whole thing. I hated the Indian Affairs Act because I thought it actually robbed the natives of actual pride and ownership in their property. I never thought, clever motherfucker. Very clever for the Liberals to use that same legislation to imprison and leave those people destitute. They still have boil water advisories after Justin Trudeau, and 25 years of them saying we're going to end boil water advisories and all this type of stuff. And they just go, well, the government just released all these government approved houses that are just basically sheds.
Nice. Well, I mean, even by our place, there's that company that makes houses for the reserves and stuff like that. And I mean, like, they're nice looking houses, but they're very small. So
They're mobile homes.
Yeah. I could literally
Trailers,
see
yeah.
like 2 people living in that thing, but a family. Ugh.
See, but the government, no, maybe I'll pull it up. Let's see. Canada government releases government
No, they're small.
approved houses. I'll see if I could find the photos of it. But they're here we go. Well, the Daily Hive has it, so maybe they have a bunch of them. Yeah, they have a bunch of, well, someone had a bunch of the floor plan. Oh, here we go.
Do you think that, I don't know, this might be wrong to say, but whatever, it's our show, I don't care. Do you think that if the houses or the vehicles or whatever that were actually supplied to people on the reserves, if they would have actually taken care of them, do you think that they'd be better homes, or do you think they'd still be shit homes? Like, do you think that they made shit homes because they don't take care of them and they just trash the place?
Why care? Like, we've seen how many times when you don't own the thing, you don't care. It's someone else's problem.
But
so
that's what
why
I'm saying.
take care of it? Yeah, why take care of it if this house goes to shit, the government just replaces it? Gives me a new one. So I have no incentive to actually try and maintain and improve my home.
Well, that's why what I'm wondering, like, if that's why the homes are so small and so just basic because of that aspect. Like, if they did take pride in it and took care of them, if homes would be bigger and better, I don't know.
Well, here you go. There's your new government approved housing. An accessory dwelling, 50 square meters or 540 square feet. 1,000 square feet, 2,718 square feet, but those are row homes. A duplex.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like there's actually like an upstairs.
Yeah, but these are all multi-dwelling homes.
Oh, oh God. Okay, I get what you're saying, because Timony lives on top. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh my.
This will end Canada. This is actually fucking like super, super terrifying. Super totally duper terrifying. Like, oh my godsies.
Totes.
Because this is what they've said, that if you want to build houses, if you want to get approved to build and for development and all this stuff, you have to sign on with this. Like, if you want to work with the government, you want to make lots of money and, government dole out this stuff, you have to work with them and build these sheds. You have to build little sheds. I wonder why, the government wants to build like ghettos and stuff. Why can't we stick all our federal government employees? Why can't we stick them in like a ghetto? Like, they live in like this little, they live in this little compound, shoebox houses, which they want everyone else to live in, but they themselves won't.
Yeah.
This is actually insane.
Is there floor plans on there?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see the floor plans.
Here we go. Let's do the row homes.
Ooh. Oh wow.
So this is the ground floor.
Oh, that's small. Oh my God. That one, Oh, so hold on. That was the ground floor. That was the upstairs floor.
This is the upstairs.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, that's tight. Just 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. That is small. I bet you that whole upstairs is not very much bigger than our bedroom.
Yeah, it's basically just a landing, 2 rooms, bathroom,
Yeah.
like room, bathroom.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is.
Ugh. They're unsightly too.
Well, they don't. Why would the government care? This is why. Like, they never cared about, they never cared about the reserves because they don't have to live there. Like, I was thinking, how like your phone kind of sucks dick. Why do I care? I don't have to use it.
I know. I can tell because every time I mention about it, you're like, eh. It's gonna blow up in my face one day.
Yeah, maybe. Then I'll care.
Yeah. Yeah, then you care because then you have to look at my face like that.
I'll just tag on you.
Oh, you're so mean. A wig and a bag, Jesus. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh my god. I mean, okay. What you had said earlier about
relax.
how
Don't leave, you fucking Democrat. KKK.
no. So with oh my god, now you just flustered my brain. With you saying like the government or whatever should have to live in like these tiny little things. It's the same kind of thing like
No, smaller. Smaller.
Okay.
They should have to live in like a shoebox. Like, they basically live in a closet. They should live like slaves. Not us.
Well, no. But like it's one of those things like you hear for like bosses, like at every work, people are like, oh, I wish that the CEOs and stuff like that would come down and do our job for a week. A day is bad enough, but like a week, like let's see how much you can take this. And it just on the street. There you go.
I wish. I wish.
But it's one of those things where I feel that if you were going to be a CEO of a company, even a manager, a supervisor, or a ruler of a country, you should gotta bring it down to the people lower than you. See what it's like. Like go shoe to shoe with them. Do you know what I mean?
No. I think that they should be treated like the slaves that they are. And I've said, like, you know what? Here's if I was ruler of Canada and I wanted to be fair. I didn't want to be, dictatorial, but I wanted to be fair. Every MP, their salary was tied to the median wage of their constituents. So it actually gave them incentive to actually try and fight for their constituents rather than, made up whatever no one really cares.
I like it.
I'd much rather that. Or you can't live in Ottawa. Or if you do, you have to live in these little shoebox apartments. Sorry. Hey, MPs, every time you ask for a raise, you're asking for more than the Canadian people can give. You live in shoeboxes now. Well,
there actually should be like a apartment block where all the government people live. Mind you, that would be an easy target.
Shut up. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, really great idea. But yeah, just live in these tiny little apartments.
No, I think politicians should be afraid of their citizens. They should be deathly afraid that if they go against their constituents, that they will get tarred and feathered, shamed, and ostracized. For far too long, these people have done everything to separate themselves from the people. And look at where we are. They're now advocating to remove your property rights while they go to extravagant places, all on the taxpayer dime. remember the conservatives and that big scandal with Stephen Harper because that Chinese chick bought $13 orange juice, but yet our government goes on $1 million trips where they're spending $5,000-$6,000 a night on a hotel room.
I was gonna say a $13 orange juice. Seriously,
I
when
want to go
Justin
back to that
Trudeau
day.
spent how much in a month on groceries? Wasn't it like 50
Was it
grand?
$12,000 a month on groceries?
I know, it was insane.
Yeah, that we fund the individual that is used to clean a woman's nether regions.
God, he must have been having like lobster and caviar every night.
Oh, they released
It's
his
steak.
grocery list. It was like the finest imported water, steaks, fresh, like high-end veggies, all this stuff, exotic vegetables, and the best of everything.
No, he should have been in the
$12,000?
grocery store on a budget. He should have been given the budget of the average Canadian and said, this is what you can spend in a month. And
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, I know, and I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation. I know it sounds like I'm like,
No.
what's the average budget that a Canadian has? What's maybe $500 a month on groceries? There you go. You get to live like the rest of us, not on making $200,000 a year plus taxpayer funded and subsidized everything.
Yeah, no.
And even if they lie on their tax expense forms, what do they get? Well, you don't do that again. Yeah.
I think
Normally those
that
fines are called the cost of doing business.
Yeah. I think that if our higher ups had to literally live on a budget, like
But they're not our higher ups.
average, okay, they are, but they aren't. Yes, they're
They are
technically they work
below
for
us.
us. Technically,
They're
they're
scum on
supposed to
my
be.
boot.
but they're not treated as that at all. They're treated as the freaking royalty of Canada, which is annoying. But I digress. I feel that if they had to live on the budget of the average Canadian, then I feel that they would actually work harder for Canadians because they wouldn't want to be living like that. They'd be like, no, I have to work harder. If this is how the average person in Canada is living and earning a wage, we need to do something about this. This needs to change. And they would actually put the effort into changing. But because of the fact that they have a $12,000 grocery bill at the end of the month, because they can have the finest of this and the finest of that and go here and go there, they don't care about the average Canadian. All they care about, or Canadians in general, all they care about is money and greed. That's it. Because that's what they've been given.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is insane.
We rule the world.
I know. I would be the best. I would make every MP feel the pain that they caused so many Canadians for decades.
Oh my. Oh my.
I would. I really would. Well, whatever. I don't know. I keep hoping that Mark, we've had him on, Canadian refugee, Mark Vandermaas. We've had him on a few times, and he left just as COVID was the lockdowns were starting up, and he got out. He lives with his wife in Ecuador, and we've had him on. He's fantastic, super nice guy, and I keep wanting to hope that he's wrong. What are you doing?
I was talking and I thought I unmuted myself instead of playing with the camera, not the microphone. This is a live show, guys, and I'm retarded. Anyway, I had said the last time we had him on to after the fact, when the show was done, he took us on a virtual tour of where he was living. Oh my God. Beautiful.
Yeah, you guys go check it out. It'll be on our Rumble page, not on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about kind of Israel and Gaza, and so he got him and his wife. They moved, and like I said, I wish that I could say, you know what, Mark, you're wrong. But if this ruling is just kind of the first step, well, it's the second step, because we've seen other rulings coming out in support of this. So No, I think our
I'm not even
MPs
gonna
could live on
bother.
$1,000 a month.
I'm not even going to bother to. I was starting to type back. I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to show it. So he says social services allows a single person $1,005 per month. That is insane. How
That's how they should live. That's how our MP should live.
MPs? Yes, but nobody can live on that.
No, but
Like, not a family.
if we weren't spending like what $150,000 per MP on the low end, our prime minister is the highest paid politician in any Western nation. He makes like Carney makes more money than the United States president, and we have 1/10 the economy.
Serious?
1/20th the economy. Yeah.
Why?
Because they're greedy communists.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
They're corrupt. That's why.
God, what have they done? They haven't done anything
Nothing.
except for give our money away, make us all poor, tax us to death. At least Trump is doing something in the United States, and he's like bringing peace to other places in the world. What does Carney have to show for it? What did Trudeau have to show for it? Nothing.
A
Gotta
bigger
bump
debt.
them down.
Bigger
Yeah.
debt. That's it.
Bigger debts for their citizens. Yeah.
All right. So all right, we'll shift into this. So this again is
Before we do shift into things, this is a live show every Monday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, and every Saturday at 1 p.m. Share us, feed the plant.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Yeah, of course. If you guys like the show, you can you're welcome to subscribe. You can head over onto Rumble and give us a Rumble rant. You see everyone over on Rumble. You see you guys. I see you guys lurking. Yeah, outside of you, no Ken. Much appreciated. Keeping the Rumble stream strong. Hello, everyone on X and YouTube. See you guys. So we can shift into this. This is from the Vancouver Sun. John Rustad hunkers down again as party board tries to force him out. BC Conservative leader John Rustad hunkered down Wednesday in the face of the latest challenge to his beleaguered leadership, this time from members of the party board. We ask that you step down as leader, allowing for a subsequent leadership contest to choose a new leader to take the party in the next election, pleaded 7 members of the board management committee in the letter to Rustad dated Tuesday. I'm not going to be resigning, Rustad told reporters after the letter surfaced. He described it as merely an internal matter, one that he would be taking up in a meeting with the management committee. As internal matters go, this one reads more like an eviction notice. The committee didn't sound the least bit inclined to be placated by a face-to-face with a leader. As a leader, it is your responsibility to unite the party around a common vision and to lead us forward with purpose and clarity, wrote the 7. Instead, they could see was sagging poll numbers, memberships and fundraising, a shrinking caucus and staff, a philosophically inconsistent policy, low morale, and perhaps most importantly, a lack of enthusiasm from our membership. Therefore, we, the committee, cease to have confidence in your leadership. Yes, they conceded Rustad has been instrumental to putting the party on its feet and into the position of being the largest opposition in provincial history. But since the election, an unprecedented level of turmoil has engulfed our party, and the constant state of discord shows no sign of abating. The resulting state of chaos, driven by a series of decisions and actions taken under your leadership. So he's booted quite a few members out. We have a story of another member just left today or yesterday. Oh, here we go, right there. But warranted, witness Rustad handed the least of the latest departure from his dwindling caucus, the resignation on Monday by Amelia Boltby, MLA for Penticton Summerland. So the BC Conservatives are like in absolute free fall. John Rustad has a bit of a history with how he decides to try and run the party, and when people show conflicting ideas or have concerns, he just charges ahead like an idiot. So I think any chance of BC trying to weather any of the drugs, how about this? You want to see how messed up BC is? You want to check this. This is from Juno News. NDP MLA deeply concerned about schools discouraging hard drug use in schools. You heard that right. A British NDP MLA says she is deeply concerned about explicitly discouraging drug use in schools. The comments came on Monday legislature from BC NDP MLA for Ladysmith Oceanside Stephanie Higginson. She said she will not support the Drug Use Prevention Education in School Act because she finds explicitly discouraging drug use to be deeply concerning. Higgins calls the Act's approach outdated. This is where the NDP is. The Conservatives, if they had any, like if John Rustad could fall upon his sword, and you know what, I've steered the Conservatives, I think, in the right direction, but obviously there's an ingredient missing, and I can't rally my troops, and they're starting to desert. This is a flippin' layup. This is a layup.
You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. Fuck you, Diane.
Diane.
What? I can't even imagine if I heard somebody complaining about discouraging children from using hard drugs. What? Like, that is some mental gymnastics. Like, I can't even wrap my head around the thought process that was running through this idiot's head. And I'm sure there were other people that agreed with it. What?
Well, here.
Well,
God, you know what?
God, we really stopped caring about kids, didn't we? Holy
the NDP sure as hell.
This era scared straight that was in place when I was young. It risks undermining the very outcomes it seeks to achieve. The bill mandates a curriculum that explicitly discourages drug use and promotes stigma against drug use as a deterrent. This language is deeply concerning. We know from decades of research and experience that stigmatizing drug use does not prevent it. Is not only outdated.
So hold on, let me get this straight. We should actually encourage them. Is this like one of those like reverse psychology things?
Hey, you remember that story that we talked about where that like 14-year-old girl was like hooked on drugs? She went in a treatment center, got kicked out, and OD'd and died.
Probably.
That's what Stephanie Higginson is least concerned about. Okay. Fuck. My libertarianism is all yeah. My libertarian ideas are dying, and they're dying pretty freaking hard. When you hear like this is end stage. This is like libertarianism, like, well, I guess this way. Hard left.
Like Big L?
I have no problem. I shouldn't say no problem, but just like how we regulate tobacco and alcohol and drugs in general for the population, what BC did, they basically went hands off, go have your heroin, go have your meth, go OD. Oh, you ran out of crack? Here, have some more.
I'm beginning to wonder when.
Yeah, it's pretty hard not to get pissed off when you hear this stuff. I have no problem with someone, if they're an adult, you know what, you want to smoke a joint after work, go to bed, cool. I don't really care. Actually, speaking of weed, what Remember what they were talking about? Like, oh, when we legalize weed, we'll be able to make hemp products and we'll have hemp clothing and hemp this, hemp that, hemp that. Where's the hemp clothing? Where's all
Hippies
the
are
hemp?
wearing it. That's it.
Where's all the hemp shirts?
There isn't. There isn't. They were just full of shit. You know, but the thing is, like, when you hear somebody making comments like this, it's really, really hard not to think that the government is involved with all the drug shit going on in Canada and they're profiting off of it. That there isn't, you know what I'm saying? Because why? Who in their right mind would say discouraging children from using hard drugs is the bad thing to do? Because that, I mean, that doesn't just discourage people.
It's
So what you
stigmatized.
encourage them? Like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This is the continuation of, you know, the don't or gay, the, you know, ending gay conversion therapy, this type of stuff, where they have to only affirm. So if a child says, "Hey, teacher, I heard smoking meth was super cool. I don't know what you do with meth. I don't know. Never done it." But anyways,
I don't even know.
but so like this opens so many doors. It should be, no, you shouldn't. You're 12 years old. Why are you talking about drugs? It's like, you know, now when you hear a 5-year-old when they're like, "Oh, here are my pronouns and here's my sexual orientations." Like, you're 5. Why do you know that?
I would
Why
just
do you know
like,
what your sexual proclivities are? When we were growing up, if we heard a little child talking about sexual stuff,
CFS.
yeah, Child Protective Services would be called.
1,000%. 1,000%. Like, what do you, what would we start encouraging children to start running around playing with knives and guns because, you know, you don't want to use bad language and discourage them? What's going to happen if you try to discourage them? Yeah, they won't be dumbasses.
Like, I can get where she's coming from in a compassion sense, that if someone is a junkie, that they couldn't go and seek help. But I'm talking about an adult.
Yeah,
You
not
should
a
be doing
flipping
everything.
child.
Yeah, you should be doing everything in your power as an adult, as a responsible parent, saying, "No, don't. This is what could happen. These are the things that possibly could happen." Like, just giving them that. You shouldn't even be talking to a child about this.
Right?
Like,
I know that wood chipper looks really interesting, but you should not throw your brother in there. Bad. I guess we just stop discouraging children from doing anything and we just let them run amok. Amok.
well, yeah, Adderall for studying, I understand that, but I don't know. I've become kind of more and more disillusioned with ADHD. I don't know. I've become
What
more
is it?
disillusioned with it. So
What does
Todd
that mean?
Patterson, what?
Sorry, it's okay for doing it for Trump. I don't know what that means. Carry on.
Yeah, I don't. Todd, could you clarify what you mean by that? It's okay if you're doing it for Trump. Well, provide a safe society. It's all shortcuts. Well, we've seen, like, BC is junkie central.
Yeah.
You know, I always talk about, look up Oppenheimer Park, look at East Hastings. There was a place, a ballpark. It was a big, you know, like a kid's, you know, park, but it was like, it had like a ball diamond, and you know, people used to go there. I would be getting my semi loaded, watching people play baseball there. Now it was just that, like, the last time I was there, mind you, this was like 7-8 years ago, or maybe 6. I don't know.
I don't feel like it was that. It wasn't that long ago. It's less than that too.
Yeah, so
Like
you
a good
just
4 years ago.
yeah, so we're just seeing the, you know, I've seen these parks just become inundated with drug users, with homelessness, with crime, and I feel for people who are homeless. I wish that their circumstances were better. I do. But, you know, I guess, you know, when a plane is going down, they say put your mask on first before you help someone else. You know?
Well, and it depends. Like you have some people who they want to be homeless though. So I mean, those people, that's a completely different ball game. It's not it's not the ones that not the nomads, the ones that actually down in their luck, they're stuck on the streets and have nowhere to go. Yes, I absolutely feel bad for those people. I mean, the ones that choose to live there, I mean, that's their choice. It's a little weird, but I mean,
Larry Campbell. Let's
Is it
see.
drug?
Larry Campbell appointed new downtown East Side provincial advisor. So former Vancouver mayor has been named by the province as its latest go-between for Vancouver's poorest neighborhood as it seeks to improve the quality of life for residents, workers, and visitors. No one visits there willingly. Who goes down to East Hastings? Like by choice.
serial killers.
No, that's true. Yeah, so Larry Campbell,
Been-
77, was Vancouver's mayor from 2002 to 2005, formerly a police officer. All right, our government is determined to deliver better outcomes for this community at the heart of Vancouver. I'm looking forward to working with Mr. Campbell as he helps bring our efforts together and partners to the table, to improve quality of life for everyone in the downtown East Side. Yeah, get these people off the street into treatment. I don't know, something.
Okay, there was that guy. I feel really bad that I will figure out what his name is because I feel bad talking about it, but not actually giving him a shout out here. But there was some guy's YouTube channel that I was watching the other day. He has like a main one and then he has a raw one. And in his raw one, he was actually in Winnipeg and he was talking to people that are literally living on the streets and stuff like that. And one of the guys that he was talking to that was literally freaking at that place where they stole the copper off the roof. Oh, I can't remember what that place is actually called, but it's right on like Higgins and Mainish or something like that.
Oh, what was his name? Todd? He was a comedian out of Toronto or something. Right. Okay. Anyways.
I don't know. Anyway, but the guy that he was talking to, he had literally said one thing because when asked what could the government do, and he said mandatory rehab. Like if you would actually take these people, make them go to rehab, that would literally change the homeless problem, the drug abuse problem, everything immensely. Like he is literally someone living on the street suffering from addiction, and he's saying we need take us, put us in rehab, help us. Like it's that to me, that's really sad because it's literally someone who's suffering from addiction that isn't like, just leave me alone. I want to be here. I want to do my thing. It's please help me. Like this is what needs to be done. You want to see people off the streets. You want to see the drug shit go down. Mandatory rehab. And he was saying, I can't remember where he said it was, but he said they did it in some other place and it's worked so well. Like that's what Winnipeg should be doing for our situation.
Well, and Todd, that's and I think that there's a difference. So Todd said it's not homeless today; it's a lifestyle choice. I was homeless in Calgary at 30. I got my life together without help, and in the I don't know what deets. Fat cow and bearded sheep here are judgmental. No, I think that there's a difference. There's people that go through like rough times.
Yeah.
Someone that's, it could just be like a bunch of really bad circumstances happen and they find themselves, out on the streets. But those people are still, hey, this isn't me. Like I don't want to live out in the streets. And so, I think those people are kind of temporary. But yes, there are people that are just like, I like this. I'm trying to find
Okay. Well, that's interesting. So Greenleaf Train said Afghanistan has a best drug rehab program in the world. It's harsh, but it works. Well,
Yeah, they
might
turned
have
you into a
been where-
suicide bomber.
No.
What do you mean
No,
now?
but that actually might have been where the guy was talking about, because it was someplace, obviously not in Canada, but it's harsh. And there's a lot of people who don't make it through it because it's not, as he was talking about, it's not like you wean off the stuff. It is literally, nope. They scoop you up, they throw you in jail, and you're stuck in there for a year. And it's cold turkey. So there's a lot of people, unfortunately, that do not make it through because of how addicted they are. And all of a sudden going through the cold turkeyness of it, they could end up passing just from the detox. But
okay, here. I have this for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You remember this?
Said,
So
yeah, it's
if
cold
anyone
turkey.
doesn't remember, so this girl, there's that trend of like, I start with a bobby pin and I trade up. So this girl ended up she got traded up to a house. She eventually got to a house and she renovated it.
Okay.
And donated it and gave it to a TikToker that was homeless. She renovated it.
Wow. No,
Teenager
I
went
don't know
viral
this
for
at all.
being banned from a house she got for free. Backlash against Demi was so bad that she posted a 5-minute video to clear herself.
Hi guys, in the last 24 hours you might have seen this video. In order to protect Shay, I had decided not to post anything about this entire situation, but now it's time to come with the receipts. It's gonna be a long one, so here we go. On January 25th, 2022, Shay moved into the house. She brought her boyfriend, her boyfriend's mom, and all of her animals. Everything seemed great. She sent me a video. It looked perfect. We had an Amazon wish list put up, and you guys were sending tons of packages to her. But on July 31st, 2022, so a little bit more than a month later, I got this strange message from somebody that lived next door saying that there were tons of packages outside in the rain. When I messaged Shay about it that same day, she said, quote, "I'm trying to find a flight back to Clarksville." You can pause to read that.
So Demi found a neighbor near the house who would take care of her packages for the meantime. But 2 months later, Shay never showed up. This teenager went
Oh, bastard. They don't show the...
This TikToker traded up.
Okay. All right. A Tozy. All right. Let's just...
Hold up. What? What? So at this
Hold
point, Demi had stayed completely silent about what had actually happened. She hadn't said.
In order to protect Shay, I had decided not to post.
They basically trashed this whole house. They had shit everywhere. They put holes in the walls.
See, like,
Yeah,
in
you
that
can see it
side
there.
picture.
Yeah, I wish...
Oh my
This
God.
teenager went viral.
on.
Back to Clarksville.
Oh,
Can't imagine that
There
somebody
you go.
would do this. And after 14 months of me talking
here,
with her,
I'll back it up a little bit.
14
Yes,
all
please.
of the garbage that had been used in the month that she was there was jammed into closets. So you can imagine what it looks like after 14 months. I've never seen anything like this. I cried in the front yard of the house. Just can't imagine that somebody would do this. And after 14 months of me talking with her this entire time and her saying she was moving back, we're just waiting. We just needed more time. And I honestly believed that and spent the next 24 hours with Bobby cleaning out the entire house, cleaning maggots and trash and everything that was left there to put the house back into the state that we had given it to her.
After all the terrible things that has happened, in the end, Demi still chose to be kind.
So after I got home, I thought about posting the video and the content of the house being destroyed.
Well, yeah. So you get the point.
That is so sad.
Yeah. So someone that did something selfless, and this is what these bleeding heart, and we see the videos all the time of like, illegal aliens should be allowed to move here. They're just as they should live here just as much as I. But then they do the, hey, well, here's Julio and like 4 of his like gang buddies. Can they come live with you? And they're like, well, we'd have to talk about it. It's like, well, but you were just saying that. Yes, they should be. Someone has to maintain that property. Someone has to take care of it.
I literally can't even imagine if something, God forbid, happened and we had nowhere to go and somebody had the kind heart in purchasing a house, renovating it, and giving it to us, of being that disrespectful. Like, that is literally slapping this girl in the face for doing something kind. I cannot imagine being that gross to somebody else. That's horrible.
There was another one where a family or homeless people were moved into an apartment or a condo or something, and they crapped on the floor. Like they didn't, the toilets worked, but they just crapped on the floor, pissed on the floor, had garbage all over the floor because they literally didn't know how to live in a house.
Oh, okay. I can understand. Like we were talking the other day about how somebody was saying that actually it was in that same video I was talking about how they had talked about how there are certain people who lived on the streets that have gotten places, and then they're literally putting cigarette butts out on the ground and stuff like that because they're so used to being in the street. I can understand that is the life that you kind of became accustomed to. However, come the fork on. Like, I mean, you got a toilet, you got to play, like, take some pride in it. Do you want to be back on the streets? Because if you want to be back, then if you don't care, then go back on the street and let somebody who does care live in a house.
Well,
you
see, and
just
but that's the difference. There's some people, they just like being outside. Like a lot of them, they just like, that they don't have taxes. They're happy that they go to they go to a shelter once every week. They get a shower, they get a shave, and maybe a toothbrush and whatever amenities, and then they go back out. Like they like that. Some people just like that.
Then stay there. Then don't take that away from somebody else. Then there was actually one thing I had watched on, I don't remember if it was TikTok, Instagram, some sort of social media thing I was watching it on, but there was some guy who literally W'd his dog every day and would go past, and he would pass this homeless guy on the daily. And he said it was the weirdest thing. Like, his dog just loved this guy. And every time they pass, like they'd go, the dog had to go see him. And it's not like he trained the dog to do this. Like, all of a sudden this dog just had this weird connection with this guy and would go see him. And there was like one day that he wasn't there and the dog was like all sad, da 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 da. Anyway, long story short, he was like posting these videos of this interaction with this homeless guy that was on the street. And there was a bunch of people, I'm pretty sure it was TikTok, that they created a GoFundMe and started raising money for this guy. And with this money, they were able to buy the guy an apartment. And that was a story that actually turned out really well. Like, that guy ended up getting the apartment. The guy that had the dog still went to go visit this guy. And he had a job. Like, things were doing really well for him. Like, that was one guy that, people put a hand out to and he made something of it. Like, yeah, but I'm sorry. That's what you do.
Sure. Whatever. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about bleeding heart, stupid bullshit. Like, I don't, that's the exception.
Yeah.
But like, remember, we started this whole conversation because a MLA said, don't discourage kids from doing drugs.
That's so gross. I can't even.
So, like, this is why, like, libertarianism, this is like that liberal mindset at its furthest. Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, she's like watching like the Dodo, but like homeless edition bullshit.
I'm normally the one into the animals one. Okay, this one, well, see, it had a dog in it, and it just ended up popping. Come on. I love a good heartfelt thing once in a while.
What's happening now? The students get the housing as a victim, and then they set up a mail order for dark web delivery to pay the student loans. Now, now I worry about the housing stock going this way. In my building, they do this, and the customers wait outside the door till death, and it's acceptable.
Wait, what?
Crazy. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just seeing this stuff. We see this stuff going, and it's like, again, I get where she's coming from. The stigmatizing of if someone ends up developing an addiction, but you shouldn't be like, you don't want to send them down that path and like, hey, when you get to the end of it, your life's going to be totally screwed up and you're going to be sucking dudes off with no teeth for $5 so that you can get some crack. Like, why not just steer them like away from it? That like, hey, this stuff, stay away from it. It's going to destroy your life. Like, just get away from it.
If I'm going to say, I literally started smoking when I was 14 years old. Okay. It's been a minute. Now, we did not, when I grew up, I'm millennial. When we grew up, we did not have those warnings on cigarettes. We didn't have the warnings on the packages. We weren't taught in school the bad things about smoking, what it could cause, da 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 da. You learn about these things later on. Like now we know the side effects of even having marijuana before your brain is fully developed, the repercussions that it can have. These are things we never learned about. So the thing is, had I known about a lot of these things, would my mind have been changed when I was younger? Probably. Like, honestly, I probably would have thought twice before picking up that cigarette or smoking that joint, to be completely honest. I know kids nowadays, yes, you have them where it's literally F you, I won't do what you tell me. And they're defiant and they do it anyway, even with knowing this knowledge. But not giving them the knowledge of what bad things could happen, I think is more dangerous than giving them the knowledge. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, if you don't actually tell the person you shouldn't do this because this is bad and this is why, what could happen, I think that's more damaging than telling someone not to do it because this is bad and this is what would happen. I feel like the repercussions of not knowing is worse than just knowing about it and being defiant.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I know for me, like, the whole like stay away from weed and all that stuff, like that shit worked on me. So like I steered clear of it. The very few times I smoked weed, I hated it because I don't like being out of control. Like I hate not like,
I love it.
No, yeah, okay, there you go. But you see like the whole weed thing, like how many people are actually like functioning productive people that are like blazing every second day? Like they're they barely function. They're just out, just completely, blazed. How many of them are like, and everyone's like, well, that's Joe Rogan. It's like Joe Rogan's the exception. He's the absolute exception.
I was just going to say
Joe Rogan does that. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I was going to say there are the exceptions. I have met people that are functioning and they do much better on it. But again, exactly. That is the exception. 95%. No, like you can tell, holy fuck, they're fucking potheads. Like, it.
Well, yeah. And I think, Todd, I think I agree with you because I think like, weed smokers want like weed smokers to smoke weed with. So,
Facts, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Makes you wonder what this girl's doing. Yes, we shouldn't discourage children. Apparently she likes smoking drugs with children.
But it's just all right. Well, anyways. So there was some stuff that was circulating around on X that there was a rumor that 3 CPC candidates were looking at that they were going to move over to the liberal side to give them a majority.
I'm sorry, what?
That's
majority
the
for
rumor.
what?
Well, they'd be a majority government.
Who in their dumbass mind would do that?
Well, and this is why I think this rumor is bunk. It's like a liberal plant story. I'm trying to find it. I don't know. I was in an X space talking with someone about it. The reason why I think this story is bunk, or at least it's a liberal plant, I think because the liberals are expected for their budget to fail in November, which would trigger an election. So, what I think is someone tied to the Liberal Party put this out as like look at the conservatives are actually, their members are so mad with Pierre they're willing to jump ship. That's what I think is going on, which would actually speak to that the Liberal Party is falling apart. It's not the conservatives.
Why would they be mad at Pierre? Like,
the liberals have been pushing hard since he made his statements about the RCMP and their corruption and that they were hiding, stuff.
He's not wrong
for Trudeau. Well, exactly, exactly. So they've been latching onto that to try and make Justin. Sorry, I was just Lacey Knight just posted she just posted a photo of.
Ew.
Whoops.
Oh, icky. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why does that look like I could see that. I could 100% see that. Oh my god. I still can't believe that's a thing.
What is it? It's a liberal, aka it's retarded.
Right. Oh, so you're retarded.
Well, Erica, I don't know. I
More
kinda,
detail.
I kind of agree, but in the same point. So Erica's saying because Pierre is an idiot. I don't necessarily disagree. He's kind of unfortunately the best we got, whatever that means.
Can you elaborate more on that? Not saying you're not wrong, but
so what I think the liberals actually planted this because they're actually terrified. I think they're actually terrified that they are going to lose this upcoming budget that will trigger an election. So we could have 3 elections in 4 years. No, it's not raining.
I don't think I'm the bearded feller.
No, it's not raining.
No, not today. Today it is not raining, thankfully. And don't say the S word. We don't want it yet.
Yeah, you say the S word, you get banned.
Don't do it. Up north it is, but so far we're okay. We're just above North Dakota. I know you know where North Dakota is, so far we're okay.
You're getting close there, buddy. I don't know. Yeah, so that I think that's how I'm kind of viewing this whole story or rumor that's going on. I don't know. See, I like non-election Pierre. And I think everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. Non-election Pierre, I like him. Election Pierre is a beta. That's how I view it.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, election Pierre before Carney. He was good. Once Carney stuck in, all of a sudden it's like he had no more. I'm not Trudeau, and I don't know. To me, it was like as soon as people started comparing. I don't know what that was. Comparing Pierre to Trump, it's like he just went into himself and just went more quiet. And it's like, what are you doing?
No, he ended up distancing himself.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Not someone angry all the time, but someone that's just like, hey, I
said quiet.
No, I'm reading chat, dickhead.
Oh, sorry. God.
Well, and we've talked at length about Pierre and the election, and it seemed like every opportunity he was given a slam dunk, he you know somehow missed the
You're not wrong.
net. He was given layup after layup, constantly, and it's like he just seemed to fumble every time. So,
Right.
um,
That one debate was so disappointing. I was like, there was like right near the end or something like that where he finally started getting a bit more of him back. I'm like, finally, yes. But it's too late.
yes, I will agree. OP, Jenny is gone. Yes. Yes, she was terrible. I don't know what they were thinking of having that chick there. She was you have to try and appeal more to the liberals. She was the communications director for Pierre. And so and that's why everyone kind of like planted it on her.
Of course, gotta have someone planted on.
Well, who else? How do you go from a guy that's like dunking on the media and like everyone liked when he was dunking on the media, calling them out?
Yes.
Here's a lie. Here's your lie. Here's your lie. Where's this? You're wrong about that. You're da 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 constantly. And then it was like election. It's like you need to appeal to the liberals. And everyone saw this. Like everyone saw this, except the CPC like diehard chuds that just tribal. Those guys that were just like, no matter what, Pierre's gonna win. Look at his messaging. His messaging's amazing. Like a certain truck driver, individual that was like, yeah, Pierre, I get on my knees and suck his nuts. Like these types of individuals that just no matter what, Pierre could do no wrong. Instead of the people who are being objectives, like, Pierre, I want to like you. I really want to like you. But you're making it really hard when you can't even say like, yeah, there's men and women, there's male and female. You couldn't even do that. You walked back. Oh, we're going to defund the CBC. Well, we might not.
We might not do it. Stop trying to. I don't know. Like that's the thing is like, all of a sudden say something. You're like, yes, 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 and then it's like, no, I can't. People will be mad at me. Oh, I just can't do it. So, come on. Like just it's there, but I feel that there's probably too many people that are just being like telling him to shut up, like especially during election, like they're comparing you to Trump. Everyone hates Trump. Shut up. Stop doing this. And then he just
stopped. Well, yeah. Why not lean into it? What? Or are we mad that
Trump won? Obviously, people don't hate him.
I don't know. I think the conservative. I don't know. Maybe it's my own bias speaking. But I think conservatives like Trump and like what he's doing in Canada. I mean, like maybe the tariffs. Yeah, okay. But I've said the way that I view it is, I think people in Canada are mad that Trump is fighting for his people and there's no one in Canada fighting for ours. That's how I viewed it. That you need to be angry and aggressive rather than polite and assertive. I disagree. I have no problem with someone like this. This is my prime minister. This is a guy that's going to go do trade deals. This is the person that's supposed to be the face of our nation. That's actually supposed to get crap done here. I want an angry, aggressive prime minister. I'm not there to sit there and have a beer with him so that we can talk about, the last, I don't know, what's a television show on? I don't know, Ozark or something. No, I want him over there. I want a dude all hopped up on. I want to Rob Ford. That's what I would want. I would want a Rob Ford, not Doug Ford, Rob Ford. I want his brother, the guy that did coke, was banging hookers. I would want that.
Oh my God.
You as well, Erica. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button before you leave, everyone, and see everyone. See a bunch of you in YouTube and Land and CommieTube. See you guys over on Rumble, on X. Hello. Not Doug. No. Rob Ford, his brother,
No.
Doug Ford's a sellout. That's my view. I think the dude's a liberal. Doug Ford is a liberal in
Regardless,
conservative clothing.
with Rob, like he was unapologetically himself. He didn't care. He was open about who he was, and he was good for the economy. Like he did such good things for Ontario, Toronto, Ontario, whatever you want to call it. But he did good things there. So that's the thing. Yeah. So like that's the thing. Like he might have not been like the greatest person.
Erica, that's what I'm saying. He was a crackhead. He was banging hookers. He liked to drink, but he was good for the city.
For the economy, yeah, he was.
You
can't deny it. Like and that's the thing.
I don't care. I don't care if my premier is banging hookers, snorting crack, or doing whatever. Ooh. I don't care. Do I have electricity? Do my children have jobs? Is there a house that they can go to? Is crime being dealt with? That's what that's all I really care about. That's an interesting one, Todd.
I'm reading that and I'm like, I don't know what to say about this. What's going on there?
Wait, you're saying I'm gonna get new limbs if I vape?
Oh, hold on, are they gonna be like, like metal
bionic.
Robotic? Bionic, there we go. There's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. I would in a heartbeat. I'd get like super sweet, like bionic arms and stuff where I get crush people like the Terminator.
Actually, interesting factoid. So I was talking to a specialist.
Is it actually interesting?
Well, it has to do with he said the circulation. So with that, I was actually advised by a specialist that smoking is not good for the circulation. But when I had asked her about vaping, she said vaping that was not an issue. Like she had not seen any issues with people vaping. It was only people who smoked that they seen circulation issues. But we're in Canada. What can I say? We might have free healthcare, but
so let's see. While some studies suggest vaping may be less harmful than smoking, combustible tobacco, in terms of exposure to certain toxins, it is not safe and does not eliminate health risks. Okay, understand. Long-term use of e-cigarettes, especially with newer generation devices, have been associated with subclinical dysfunction in the lungs and vasculature. And I see a lot of people because they talk about disotal, and that was the big thing. Now I'm not a doctor, so disotal is like the popcorn flavor. Lung. Yeah, so you get popcorn lung from it. So that's been banned. That was causing a lot of lung problems and a lot of irritation and stuff like that. So I know with I'm not saying it's 100%, like that's the thing. I don't
think it's safe. I feel personally, frankly, I think it's better than smoking cigarettes, but it's still not good. Like I'm not going to be like, yeah, no, it's fantastic for your health. It's not.
No, it's really just not. It's less bad. Like you're just choosing the less deadly choice. Yeah, and I'm seeing dual use simultaneously using e-cigarettes and traditional cigarettes is not a safe alternative and may lead to greater toxin exposure and worse respiratory outcomes than using either product alone.
Interesting. That's bothersome.
Yeah, despite claims of harm reduction, the long-term health effects of vaping remain poorly understood. And I understand that. Yeah, and I understand that we don't know in 20 years what this stuff's going to look like, but with the information that we have right now, it's a safer alternative. It's not safe, but it's safer. So, yeah, no, good shit. Getting off cigarettes. It's a walking group. Have you seen me? Do I look like a walker? Maybe I should have.
I think that's his point. That's probably his point. Okay, come on, fatties. Get it moving. I'll have you know, I have gone down a lot. So it's working. We're going.
Yeah,
But
Trump. I think Trump is cleaning house on Nokia. And
yeah,
I think that because I think it's either 60 months or 60 days or 90 days. He can start firing people permanently. And I think that's the big line that Democrats are falling into now. That he might actually be able to make massive changes. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. The funny thing is, I talked to guys in the States and they're like, "Oh, the government shut down? Didn't notice. Don't care." It's like it's it's just showing how how unimportant the federal government is with a lot of this stuff. Yes, it is a lesser of two evils. Yeah. So I guess what else is going on out there? You know, I was thinking this now with us back on YouTube. I was thinking of doing like a call-in show.
a call-in show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I always thought that'd be kind of fun to have the audience call in, kind of talk what's going on out in the world.
It would be. I would agree with that. I like hearing from other people,
Yeah, maybe on like
good or
Saturday we
bad,
can set that up.
especially.
Drive-in nights. No, I think that's only on Twitch, or maybe I wonder if we could do
What's
that on like
that?
Discord. Have like a movie night.
Stop.
I know you can do watch parties on Twitch. But I wonder
I've
if like
seen
on
someone doing that. I watched a movie on there once with some chick. I don't even know. Like I was like going through and I was like, what is that? Oh, that looks creepy. Interesting. And it was like
Yeah, I
Smile
wonder if,
2 or something.
maybe we'll try it on Saturday. We'll post like the StreamYard link. People could join in and
Oh, wonder if people would actually like come on. I would love one of these days we are going to find a super left-leaning person that's actually going to have the cojones to come on our show
No,
and have a conversation.
They're all spineless. They
know.
would get destroyed in a freaking second.
Outsiders and with honors. Like outsider. Hold on. Are we talking about like the old movie book thing
Stay
that I
golden,
watched in
Pony
school?
Boy.
Pony Boy.
Oh,
Pony Boy.
I was
Oh my
just
God.
talking. I was just talking to our kid.
You really
about
were.
that.
I remember hearing that. I loved
I
it.
hated that book. I hated it. Hated it with a passion.
I've read it so
Because
many times.
it was like describing something. It was like 2 pages to describe a sunrise. I hated that. And like every single character did the same thing. All of them describe something in super flowery, drawn out like language. Yes, the movie was better because you didn't have to listen to someone describing a sunrise for fucking 20 minutes.
I will say I think that's what I liked was the movie. I remember having to read that book multiple times, and I do vaguely remember every time we had to read the book and do a report, and I was like, ugh. But when we watched the movie, I was like, oh, I like this. Greasers and stuff. I loved it. Loved it. Grade
It's
9.
cathartic.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. I was actually a little disappointed our kids didn't have to do The Outsiders. Like, come on. No, they probably had to do like what it's like to be queer. Or something.
Genderqueer.
I don't know.
Reenact genderqueer.
Oh God, please bring back The Outsiders. Make Outsiders great again.
So you don't send in government to fill gaps private enterprise can fill. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Free market thrives with government. I wish government just got out of the way.
100%.
I wish they just would leave people alone. Like I view like democracy being a leader in a democracy is easy. You basically just have to you're basically the referee. You just call balls and strikes. But it's like they get in there and they start having to tinker with things. And well, we want to win. So here, you want free money? Free money. Yeah, we got to adjust this lever. Oh, you people want, I don't know, whatever it is, we need to regulate this. We need to control that. We need to.
Yes. 1984. Sorry.
I never seen the movie. I read the book, but not the movie.
I remember seeing the movie many moons ago, but I don't know what the one he mentioned before it though.
Chrysalids?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Is that
interesting?
Hold on, let's see. Chrysalids.
It sounds like spacey, like alien abduction-y. I'm probably so far off. It's not even funny.
Science fiction novel, first published in 1955. That's when all the good stuff was coming out.
Ooh.
Set in a post-apocalyptic world following a global nuclear war known as the Tribulation. The story is centered on David Strom. Strom. S-T-R-O-R-M. That's a fucky. A young boy living in the community of Waknuk. Hey, Waknuk. Once was Labrador, where a strict fundamentalist society enforces absolute normality to prevent. Like, you like religion? Yeah, get back to the center, bitch. Oh, you like abortion? Yeah, back to the center, bitch.
Interesting.
I won't read any more of it, but
I want them to redo 1984, like the movie. Like
they
do
were
an updated
going
version.
to. I don't know if they. Well, I was hearing that they were going to release a new 1980, or was it 1980? Yes, it was 1984, but it was from the chick's perspective.
Stop ruining everything. God.
Yeah, I was thinking Atlas Shrugged, but Atlas Shrugged was focused around the main chick.
Stop it.
I like Atlas Shrugged.
Okay, well that maybe, but like don't freaking change. It's like 1984, just keep it how it is. Keep the story. You want to redo the movie to make it look cooler, whatever, awesome. But stop trying to change the storyline. Like even Overboard. Oh my Lord. Overboard. There we go. My favorite movie from 1987 with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. My absolute favorite movie. Then they decided to redo it with Anna Faris, who I love, and some, I don't know, whatever. But they switched the roles. Suddenly it was the woman who was taking advantage of the rich guy who had amnesia. They ruined it.
Yeah, it's
like
another. It's more feminist. Like the whole idea of feminism is to destroy the patriarchy. That's it.
Yeah.
So when you see like these like gender swaps, and you see like Mrs. Marvel, where she's like a badass and can beat everyone, and like and there was no hero's journey. A Nerdrotic called the hero's journey, like heroes, woman. Because they didn't have to work for anything. They didn't have to try and strive to be something. They were just great. They were great from the onset. It was basically like contrivance, and then she just beats the big bad evil man at the end with like it didn't matter. So yeah, no, 1984 was feminist. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, Stand By Me. That was a good one. That was a gooder. You know what else is good? The Goonies. The Lost Boys, because it's Halloween month. My mom, maybe.
Nah, I don't know.
Now what?
Lost Boys. That's gay.
What do you mean, man? Lost Boys. Psh, it's like a cult classic.
Yeah.
You know what else is good? And I hate clowns.
Your mom?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's a mess.
Guys, look, hold on. Look up. I can't remember how you look it up. It's like,
are you being weird? Look up what?
Look up. Just search this. Chat, just search this. Just search That One Space Movie.
I know what it is. Yeah, we can't put that on. We'll say goodbye to YouTube in 2 seconds.
Just search it.
Yes, do it. I strongly recommend that. That One Space Movie.
Yeah, just look up That One Space Movie.
It'll change your life.
I literally I can't share my screen. I can't.
No, you cannot. You cannot. Well, like second day back on YouTube, get a strike. Like, oh, we unpermabanned you after 3 years. Shit. We're taking that back.
Yeah, maybe I could post that on Rumble, but definitely not on YouTube.
Yeah, no.
Definitely. Well, maybe on X. I don't know. But it's a piece of media. Did you guys look it up? It's freaking hilarious. Just look up that one space movie.
Come on, do it. I want to see someone in the chat just tell me that they've seen it, that they looked it up. That one space movie. Come on, you do it. No can.
Oh, it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious.
It is.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, I guess maybe we should wait, didn't they remake Jumanji? They did, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I think, well, it was a second part to it. It wasn't like a remake of the OG. It was the second part.
Wasn't there already a second part? What? No, Kian. Just look up that one space movie from 1992. That's all you got to do. That one space movie from 1992.
Yeah, that is, and I quote, your Google search. That one space movie from 1992. Carney is goofy, 100%. 100%. Yeah. He is something, that's for sure.
All you saw was black holes? I mean, you're not that far off. I literally I can't even show my screen.
No, for real. That's all.
No,
what?
OP. I think that's a little play on words. I think that's a little play on words. All you saw were black holes. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Considering what the movie is.
Maybe. I feel like they're just trying to get us to show it so we get banned. Oh my god. Disney? No. Definitely not.
No, it's I can't even say
I don't
the
know.
name
Maybe
of the movie.
I don't know. Are you guys in the States or are you in Canada? I don't know. Is this only coming up because we're in Canada? I don't understand.
Oh,
okay,
no,
there he got it. He got it. There we go. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, hope he got it.
Okay, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Space movie released in 1992, commonly referred to as that one space movie, is gay. Certain people with
from outer space.
You
Pigment.
know what I'm saying? From this movie is based apparently on Space Odyssey.
Stop.
Yeah, a satirical scene fiction short from film director Morten Lindenberg. The film, which runs for 26 minutes, follows a group of intergalactic homosexual black men from the planet Anus who come to Earth, eliminate all females using ray guns, and leave behind a gay ambassador to educate humanity on their new way of life.
Oh my god. It's only 26 minutes long. For real? That's so funny.
Known for its controversial title, and provocative satire of the science fiction and blaxploitation genres. The film was first screened at the National Film Festival in Copenhagen. Despite its initial limited release, it gained notoriety over the years, becoming a cult film and the subject of internet memes.
That's funny. Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a messed up one too.
I can't even play the trailer.
Yeah, probably not. But I am curious to see the trailer after we're no longer alive.
Rhymes with diggers.
Figures. Let's play the rhyme game.
Die, bad-smelling female.
Oh my god, the trailer of it is really
Good one. We've cleaned up the planet, and they now need a guide.
Hey, can I ask you? You look lost.
Decided that we go down and save this planet. We will not tolerate any oppression of our male brothers. Let's go and turn.
Wait, can you hear that?
Yes, it's so loud.
Oh no!
It didn't say anything bad yet, aside from oppression of our brothers.
Terminate these evil female creatures.
Evil female.
Okay.
Evil female creatures.
Oh, I didn't know that was still coming through. Get out of here.
Yeah, it really, really was.
Well, they definitely didn't say the title. I'll tell you that much.
Thankfully.
No, it did.
I didn't hear it.
Good.
I did not hear. Okay, well, here's hoping nobody
All right,
else.
let's get out of here before we.
Oh no! You're so fired.
All right, let's get out of here. Cut the mic. Cut the mic. Get us out of here.
All right. Well,
this is what, second, third day back? And
you're second. Literally, you're horrible.
they said figures. You know, OP was right. They said figures. Gay figures from outer space.
Yeah.
They had very gay figures. They're very happy people.
So happy. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for clicking on that little button to come sit with us, listen to the craziness going on in the world today. We will be back on Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And you can check us out in all the places listed in the description box below. And
Shit.
this is very awkward all of a sudden. Thank you for clicking on the button. We love you. Be kind to one another. We out.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, no.